So here we have what I am calling the BTTS strategy, the both teams to score strategy. This is a strategy derived from the virtual football predictor app. Under bet power, there's a predictor called 1x2o predictor. Now in that 1x2o predictor, have derived this strategy from that predictor. This strategy deals in betting on the both teams to score market. So let's start. So the information we see here, we can see showing the league over here and the teams over here. This strategy only gives one team on each match day, and we can see we have two tables. We have this table over here and we have the other table down here. So this table over here shows the BTTS market, the prediction column over here which has the yes and no, and the percentage column which has the percentages for both yes or no. Now if you can use this table to just bet the way it is by picking the highest percentage. And over here we have what I have this column named occurrence counts, which can also be named as a history. Shows the history of the last bet, the last previous bets. This is the recent previous is this one, then this one, and then the recent ones is here, and then the further you go to the left, the further the history is. So you can see we have had some wins here. W means win, L means a loss, and yeah. So this history is only showing the history of this information shown here. If you bet by just picking the biggest percentage here, this is the history that has been occurring. But I've given another tool which is down here to give more information and to give more analysis on this information on this top column, top table. So using this table down here, it helps determine whether you should pick the biggest percentage or the smallest percentage on your bet. So basically you can pick on every bet the biggest percentage, and this is the way the history, but sometimes the biggest percentage can lose, right? So to increase accuracy, I have added these tools over here which helps to tell you if you should pick the biggest or the smallest percentage. Basically it's like saying if you should pick how this predictor is predicting, or you should pick the opposite. So how do you know, how do you tell? So let's start with this column F counts. This F counts is counting the number of consecutive losses. F means a fail. So we've had occurrences where we've had only one L, like here. You see here we have a W, a win, and then we've had one L and then a W. So in occurrences where we've had a W, then L, then W, basically one L 6 or 7 times in the history. Like the history is very big, and there have been some occurrences where very few occurrences, like this thing has been running for quite a few weeks, yeah, quite like a month or so, and only one time there have been 10 consecutive losses. If you're following this strategy of picking the highest percentage, you see it has happened only one time in a very long time. 8-time losses has happened only one time in a very long time. And the many occurrences are, we can say, like the many occurrences are here. Many occurrences are when we only have one loss, occurrences when we have 2 losses, which has been 230 times, 3 losses has been 93 times, 4 losses has been 46 times, 5 losses has been 21 times. So as the number of losses, if the high number of losses have lower probability. And this one, W counts, tells you how many wins occurrences has happened. So the time that we've had like one win, basically saying like here we have one win, right? Here you have one win. Basically it's like a loss happened, then one win happened, then another loss has happened 393 times. Then there are those times that we've had two wins, Then there are those like when you can see here, there are those times that we've had 14 wins. So basically they're counting 1 win, 2 win, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 14 wins, although it has happened one time. So basically when you're using this strategy, the main idea is to stake on your bets well and carefully, in a manner that if you happen to lose, let's say like 2 times, each time you lose you increase your stake. Maybe you can double your stake, or I can give you a formula in which you can be increasing your stake, so that when you win, let's say you lose 2 times and then you win on the third one, when you win on the third one, you will recover the lost stakes plus some profit. So that is a strategy, and the goal is to try not to lose more than 4 times, right? And as you can see here, we have some times where we have very many wins, right? So basically the thing is to try to not lose more than 4 times, or you just check at your you just look at your capital, and you can do the calculations, and I can help you to do those calculations to know how many losses you can handle. How many losses you can handle. So let's look at this column called what's next probability. What's next probability? So what happens is, with this what next probability, so like here we've had 1 win and then a loss. So in this game, we are trying to see what to bet on next. So let's say like in this game, Arsenal versus New, and ARS versus New, NEW. So should we pick the biggest percentage or the smallest percentage? What you do is you come and say we've had 1 loss, 1 win here in the middle. There was a loss, then 1 win, then a loss. So you can come and say we've had 1, you write 1 underscore W, then it will show you the chances. It will show you what is most likely to be the next occurrence. Like here you can see, like there's a very high probability that when you have 1 win, the next occurrence is gonna be 1 loss. Then if you have 1 win, you can have 3 losses that follow that 1 win. If you want 1 win, you can have 2 losses. So basically this is like telling me that there's a high probability that this game, if I go with the biggest percentage, I'm gonna lose. So it's better to bet on opposite. You bet on the small percentage. Yeah, I hope you okay, but I've made this video kind of fast because I had taken some time before making it. But if you need more clarity on how to use this tool, I'm going to explain it to you. But can you try to check it out and figure it out and let me know?